Hi, I am your host Nikhil with another episode of Raat Baki Baat Baki. Like the person in the background of this sound, I am going to be sharing my observations and comments on things going on around us today. Do share your comments on the video and let me know if there's any topic that you'd like me to talk about. Today, I will be talking about freedom of speech in the context of India. Whenever my father used to see some reports of a rape or a high-end corruption on TV or in the newspaper, he used to say that we should have dictatorship in India. Criminals like these should be summarily hanged rather than going through a long legal process that would just drag it on for decades, with obvious criminals being let go due to lack of evidence or some other pretext. He was not alone. Dictatorship can result in faster decision making. However, it can also be highly abused and results in many innocents getting penalized. Anyone heard of North Korea stories? Unfortunately, power corrupts and dictatorship can easily be misused. It can result in increased corruptions, mass killings, and general suppression. The closest India has seen are during the emergency in 1975. India came very close to an authoritarian rule by Sanjay Gandhi under the tutelage of Indira Gandhi. There are various documented cases of corruption and government interference in his time. Ameti's population bolted out Sanjay Gandhi immediately after the elections, after the emergency got lifted. This shows that Indians are actually happier with democracy, broken it may be. What is happening in India today? Let us look at how the events are being reported by the world. Reporters Without Borders, which is an international non-profit and non-government organization with the stated aim of safeguarding the right of information, its data shows that India's ranking under Prime Minister Modi has been consistently falling. And today, the ranking is very close to that of Pakistan, which is actually ranked at 145 against 142 of India. Freedom House, a US funded non-profit, non-government NGO, in 2021 has downgraded India's ranking from free to partly free. Some of the red flags raised in the annual report are discriminatory policies, sedition, and localized internet shutdowns. As per the report, India is no longer free, and that is certainly a cause for concern. Amnesty International, again an international non-government organization, echoes similar concerns. India is today the world leader in internet shutdowns. Almost 90% of these shutdowns are being in Kashmir. Shutdowns have surged since Modi became the Prime Minister. Government requests for user data from internet companies has increased dramatically. Recently, Twitter was threatened with a ban for not taking down posts relating to farmer protests. What is being done about it? Congress is understandably a silent party and is enjoying the benefits of freedom suppression. When the RTI Act started unearthing scams and scandals of those in power, in 2003 it was the UPA government that amended the act to exclude national political parties from the scope of the law and thus severely restricted the flow of official information. Recently, some arrests have been made in Delhi for posters critical of the Prime Minister. Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal were quick to jump onto the issue, but they were largely ignored as both the parties have highly autocratic styles of functioning themselves. In Congress, the G23 rebels have been demanding elections for the party president, which has recently got postponed. In AAP, party members have criticized Kejriwal's autocratic style of working. The Supreme Court seems to be abdicating its role as an arbiter. Mr. Prashant Bhushan's tweets on CGI, writing a Harvard Davidson, and on the role of courts and how democracy has been destroyed in India resulted in Mr. Prashant being held in contempt of court. And the decision is seen as a wrong message by the Human Rights Watch. The report card for 2021, which is going to come out in 2022, is going to be even worse. The main reasons are handling of the COVID second wave and the farmers' protest by the central government. Freedom of speech has been curtailed by increased internet shutdowns and ban threats on Twitter and very recently on Facebook. These are bound to affect the ratings of the country adversely, and this is expected to continue next year as well, post-COVID, on the promise of reviving CAA by the government. What's the solution? First, is it an issue worth fighting for? Not unless the personal freedom of the citizen is under siege. Till then, people can choose to ignore, and like my dad said, he is happy that there is a strong leader at the center who is able to take a stand. Comedian or a writer arrested here and there is just buried as another small drama somewhere. What is your opinion on India slipping into authoritarianism? Share your comments below. This is Nikhil signing off for Raat Baki Baat Baki.